Hello. Right, good morning. I forgot to do my video getting to the Mid Wales Inn yesterday, so I do apologise for that. But I'm here now, so it is Sunday morning, and I'm feeling well rested. So I stuffed my face with a massive burger and a couple of pints, and now I've slept for a few hours. So I'm going to travel from here. I'm going to unfold the bike again and go back up to Casous and then get the train over to Wolverhampton. I'm meeting a friend of mine. But I did pretty well actually yesterday. I was pretty happy. I think I was a bit worried because I ended up walking bits with the steep hills and the battery ran out. So for the last kind of couple of miles, it was all my own energy. But I did 57 kilometres in about 4.5 hours travelling time, 5 hours with stops and stuff. Longest I've ever cycled, the furthest I've ever been to properly drain the battery and kind of see how that went. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Gorgeous scenery. I was quite lucky with the weather. A bit of hail and a bit of rain, but apart from that, it was absolutely incredible. Just a lovely place. Strongly recommend cycling. Whether I would say do it on a Brompton, I don't know. I think my arse is feeling a bit sore, so I don't know whether a better mountain bike or something might fare you better. But I really enjoyed it, and I will see you guys up at the train station in Casous. Bye. Right, okay, a bit of an update from me. Bad news, I've gotten a puncture in my front tyre. It's quite a bad one. There's about 3 or 4 little holes. Unfortunately, I don't have a spare inner tube, which is a lesson learned for me. Bring one of those next time. So I've tried to fix the puncture, but then I found like 2 or 3 more of them. So I'm having to walk this one. So I've just got to this sign. So there's a car there. So I'm about a mile away from Clathandu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right again, apologies. So I'm going to walk up there and see if I can get a bus or worst case a taxi over to Casous train station and then get myself home. But it has somewhat put a puncture in my plans, but it's fine. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a lovely day, it's not raining, and the countryside and the views are just absolutely incredible. I would rather, obviously, ideally be cycling it, but it's just lovely. So, right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Right, how are we all doing? I'm back in Clathandu, back at the sexy bridge. Unfortunately, so I've walked here. Unfortunately, there are no buses, and I've rung the taxi companies, neither of which, one isn't picking up, unfortunately, and the other one has no availability until halfway through this afternoon. So I'm going to have to keep walking. So I'm going to walk up to Casous. It's about 7 miles away, so it's going to take me probably about 2 hours, and then I'm hoping to catch the 4:30, which should get me into Birmingham New Street about 6:30, and then get a train over to Bromsgrove. So anyway, I will see you guys later, and I'll give you an update when we get to Casous. But there won't be any exciting cycling footage. I'm just gonna have to get Jen to make some stuff up, just reuse some stuff from tomorrow or something from yesterday or something. But anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Right, I'm about halfway to Kasu's, and I just thought I'd stop to grab a video of this stunning landscape that is Wales. Just absolutely incredible. Look at this. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered walking this bike up the hill, but totally worth it to get up to the top. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, here we are. I'm back at Casus now. So I've got about a 40-minute wait to get my train back to Birmingham. So I've got a couple of pork pies, going to eat those. And then it's probably going to take about 2 hours to get back to Birmingham. And then I will try and make my way home somehow. Unfortunately, the 144 won't be running that late. So I'll have to have a little think, see what the trains are like. But anyway, I'm here, I'm alive, which is good, and I've had a good time, and I have learned some lessons this weekend for my first kind of cycling adventure. Really enjoyed it, remembered some things, forgot a couple of others. So anyway, I'll probably do a bit of a summary when I get back to Bromsgrove. I'll give you an update when we get on the train and stuff, and take some pictures of the lovely countryside. It might be a bit dark, if I'm honest, but I'll see what I can do. Anyway, see you later. What's up? Right, here I am, back at home now. So I've cycled. Oh, the cats are playing. Let's see if I can catch them. There's Emily. There's Astrid. That's Astrid having a little meow. They're having a crazy half hour. Anyway, so I've cycled 57 kilometres in Wales, which was lovely. And I've ended up walking about 12 miles today, with a dodgy front tyre. But I got the train back to Birmingham, so we're all good. But yeah, I think a few lessons learned. I was going to do like a pros and cons list, but I'm not going to do that because I had a lovely time and I really enjoyed it. I think there's no bad way to kind of cycle around Wales. The countryside is just absolutely stunning. The weather was pretty much perfect. Bit of hail, bit of rain, but nothing too major at all. But no, it was awesome. I've learnt that I need to get myself a couple of spare inner tubes. I probably need to get myself a new puncture kit. The one that came with the Brompton had one little sticker in it, which was probably insufficient. So I need to get myself some inner tubes. Lesson learnt. Remember to bring the charger for the battery for your electric bike, because when it doesn't have any electricity, it's just a normal bike with carrying a couple of kilos of battery on it. So that's a second tip. Remember your charger. And thirdly, don't bite off more than you can chew. I probably went too big in terms of the distances. I wanted to do Elan Valley, and then I found the nearest train station, and by the time I'd gotten really anywhere near Elan, I'd run the battery down, and I'd cycled in places that probably the Brompton wasn't quite ready for, which is no kind of comment against the Brompton. It's a fantastic piece of kit, and it's perfect for me at the moment, getting me to and from work, but it's probably not quite designed for anything that's too gravelly or too steep or too in too poor condition. So I think I'm going to do something soon in the future, depending on what happens, obviously, with everything kind of COVID related. But I was thinking maybe the Monsall Trail, giving it a little bit of a Google, Buxton and Bakewell either end, and then I think Matlock is relatively close with the train station.
So a more kind of manageable distance. I think it's maybe 10 miles, something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, I've had a fantastic time. It's a lovely, lovely way to travel around the countryside. I've learned some lessons for my next trip, but I've also had a great time. So that's it. So that is my video. I have no idea if Jen's going to be able to cut any of this together to make anything that's sensible, but I really enjoyed doing it. And hopefully you'll see me soon do something else silly, but with a bit more preparation this time. But if you are sitting there thinking, I wouldn't mind doing something like that, the views look really good, feel free to drop me a message if you've got any questions or any advice for someone who has never done anything like that before and just decided, right, I want to go on a cycle challenge. I was very lucky. I had a bike, but I'm sure you could borrow one or rent one from someone if you just want to go out for a little bit of a cycle. I used Strava to get the routes. Do have a look at the elevation. Strava does have a cycle button, so there is a little bit of stuff that it does where it changes the route if you are cycling. But I think it tends to assume that perhaps, people that are doing it on the bike might be more kind of mountain biking and stuff like that. So just something to bear in mind. But anyway, I will leave you in peace. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope it's, if you were expecting Jen and now you've gotten me, that it wasn't too disappointing. But yeah, speak soon. Drop me a message or a question. I'm on social media all the time. Here is Astrid. She's come to say hello. Hello, Trouble. Yeah, she's wondering why. She's wondering why I smell like mud in the Welsh countryside. I've had a shower actually. So anyway, but goodbye from me. See you later.